Alright, once again I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Basham, Yahushai, Basham, Rakal, Kadash. Double honors be unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone.
That's right.
To all the archons who pushing this truth and the four corners of the earth, I want to say Shalom be unto you. This is the GMS camp with a couple of brothers from Trinidad. Just to bring out a quick video, more or less, to keep the Sabbath holy and just to bring out scriptures, just to edify you hopeful people, elect or person who will be watching, just to edify you so that you understand basically why you should keep the Sabbath holy.
And if I may add, this is also the year 2018, we are prophecy, right? And we are the Hebrew Israelites, not black Hebrew Israelites, because there's a confusion of faces showed four corners of the earth, right?
So this video is going to be brought out through the Spirit of the Most High, Basham, Yahushai.
Right, so I'll bring you first precept. This is Exodus chapter 20, verse 9 to 10. It says, 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work, but the 7th day is the Sabbath of Yahweh, your power. In it thou shalt not do any work, thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates. It says, verse 11, for in 6 days the Most High Yahweh Shai made heaven and earth, the sea and all that in them is, and rested the 7th day. Wherefore Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it.
So there's more or less law that the Most High gave unto Moses that he should give unto the children of Israel back then to keep the Sabbath holy, and even the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai actually demonstrated also where he will have keep the Sabbath holy also. So that was passed down to Israel since back then. And who is Israel today? The Negroes, Latinos, and the Native American. You make up the house of Israel, and all the other nations who are out of that are considered heathen nations. So this law was given unto Israel to keep, and that's also part of our heritage that we're supposed to pass down from generation to generation. Now, the laws are never done away with, neither was the Sabbath done away with. The Sabbath is a holy day for us to keep holy.
Right, this is going on to Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 1 to 3. Right? It says, Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 1 to 3. Now these are the commandments, the statutes, and the judgments which the Most High Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai, your power, commanded to teach you, that ye might do them in the land whether he go to possess it, that thou mightest fear Yahweh thy power, to keep all his statutes and his commandments, which I command thee, thou and thy son and thy son's son, all the days of thy life, and that thy days may be prolonged. Hear therefore, O Israel, and observe to do it, that it may be well with thee, and that he may increase mightily, as the Most High Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai, thy power of thy fathers have promised thee, in the land that floweth with milk and honey.
So it don't matter wherever the Most High Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai will have sent you, Israel, even though we are in captivity at this current time, the laws and the commandments, especially the Sabbath, still need to be held and keep at any point in time. And no time you're supposed to break the Sabbath day, because where the Most High will have given you laws that says that if you keep these laws, these good things will happen unto you. He also give you laws that say if you break these laws, these curses will be upon you also. So even with breaking the Sabbath day, certain curses will be upon you, even after death will be upon you. That's the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. So then Exodus.
Right. This is Exodus 35 verse 2. It says, 6 days shall work be done, but on the 7th day there shall be to you an holy day, a Sabbath of rest to Yahweh. Whosoever doeth work therein shall be put to death.
Yeah, so if you willfully break the Sabbath day knowing that you cannot keep it holy, well and truly you're supposed to be put to death right away. Now we understand that we're living in a system right now, it may be hard not to work on the Sabbath day. I mean, that way grace come about and that sort of understanding. But if you could keep the Sabbath day holy and not work, and you do it willfully, well and truly, according to the law that Yahweh Ba'Shem you're supposed to be put to death. Now, Yahushai did rightfully say also that you can do good on the Sabbath day. And if you have to work on the Sabbath day, it still represents that when you were saying if your sheep or your lamb fall in a hole, or more or less if you won't pull it out on the Sabbath day. So 6 days you work, on the 7th day, the Sabbath day, that's supposed to be a day of rest. Now later on we'll break down exactly how the Sabbath day is supposed to be held and what day is the Sabbath day. The Sabbath day not on a Saturday that some of you coons will be keeping. So Sabbath day, more or less 6 days you go according to how the moon is. According to how the scripture says, supposed to be the new moon is a Sabbath day, and 6 days after the new moon you work. On the 7th day, the Sabbath day. The Sabbath day was never on a Saturday only. It always would change ever so often, and you go by the moon.
Because what the Most High set up from in the beginning, according to Genesis chapter 1, verse 14, He gave the moon and the stars, right, for signs and seasons. Right? You have it?
Yeah.
Right, bring that.
This is Genesis 1 verse 14. And Yahweh said, let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and for years.
Right, so the signs that the Most High give for days and years, the sun, what the sun do basically tell the time of the day, and the moon actually tell the time of the month, how much days in the month pass. Alright, go ahead. Don't finish. Yeah, go ahead.
Alright, reading on, it says, and let them be for lights in the firmament of the heavens to give light upon the earth, and it was so.
Go ahead.
And Yahweh made 2 great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night.
Right. So the lesser light to rule the night is actually the moon, right? Goes back to the Hebrew Kadash, right? So one thing the Most High made the moon for was to tell the time of day. So here's I'll go on to the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 43 in the Apocrypha, right? Verse 6, it says, He made the moon also to serve in his season for a declaration of times and the sign of the world. From the moon is the sign of feast, like tonight, right?
Done.
Tonight is the new moon, right? So we keep in the new moon Sabbath according to the scriptures, right? Because what the Apostle Paul said in Romans 3, the last verse, 31, it says, yea, we establish the law, right? It says, a light that decreaseth in her perfection. And every time you watch the moon, what goes on, the new moon is actually when you see new moon, right? And then it actually lights increase, and then when it's going on to the next month, the light decreases, right? The month is called after her name. So every time you look into the ancient Hebrew text, you'll actually see Kadash for month, right? And the same word goes for moon, right? The month is called after her name, increasing wonderfully in her changing, being an instrument of the armies above, shining in the firmament of the heaven, right? So as the brother was explaining, the Sabbath, Friday to Saturday evening is not the Sabbath, but the moon actually tells when is the Sabbath, right? Just a little precept there to pull on that too, right? Because the scriptures always refer to the new moons and the Sabbath, right? This is Isaiah 66 verse 23, and I'll start at verse 22. It says, for as the new heavens and the new earth which I will make shall remain before me, said Yahweh by Shem El Shai, so shall your seed and your name remain. And it shall come to pass that from one new moon to another, and from one Sabbath to another, shall all flesh come to worship before me, said the Messiah by Shem El Shai. And the new heavens and the new moon earth ain't made yet. Right? That is when the Most High set up a new rulership and new kingdom started with the children of Israel. Right? Being that we ourselves are a hopeful part of that number, 144. But this showing you that is supposed to keep the new moon Sabbaths. Right? Something about that story. Yeah, right, Matthew 3. Right, go ahead.
Alright, this is Matthew 11. Matthew 12 verse 11. Is it? Alright, Matthew 12 verse 11. And he said unto them, what man shall there be among you that shall have one sheep, and if it fall into a pit on the Sabbath day, will he not lay hold on it and lift it out? How much then is a man better than a sheep? Wherefore it is lawful to do well on the Sabbath days.
Fun. Yeah, so more or less it's good to do good on the Sabbath. I mean, if it is, if I'll be paraphrasing too when you think about it, when Israel used to be trying to keep the Sabbath really holy and these other nations attacked them on the Sabbath day at one time and slaughter a lot of them now because they so wanted to keep the Sabbath holy that they want to fight back against the enemies. Yeah, so more or less after that, a decree was passed then that here we're going to have our men set up for the Sabbath day in case that men try to attack it, still had to do something and all that come back more or less. Even though it's sounding bad, they might still come out of doing good. But it is lawful to do good on the Sabbath day. Whether it be you have to go to work or you have to help the sick or help the poor, wherever it may be. You help them according to the will once it's something good on the Sabbath day.
If I may say, even Israel fighting on the Sabbath day was a good thing because if they didn't fight, they would have been annihilated. You know?
Yeah, because like if also your neighbor, if you see your neighbor to be a hunger on the Sabbath day and you have to cook, I mean, isn't that a good day? Because hey, the scripture, read verse, what verse say it? Yeah.
I'll read 11, 12 hours.
Yo, read 12. No, before I read 12, read verse 5.
Alright, this is Matthew 12 and 5. Verse 5, it says, Or have ye not read in this law how that on the Sabbath days the priests in the temple profane the Sabbath and are blameless?
Come, right? So in a sense, sometimes what they would have to offer sacrifices on the Sabbath, or guess what? When you check, because on the 8th day, right? If you have a son on the 8th day, he's supposed to be circumcised. So if the 8th day fall on the 7th day of the week, your child 8th day fall on the 7th day of the week, he have to be circumcised according to the law. Right? So the priest profane the Sabbath, right? In order to actually keep a law. Because guess what? One of the first laws that we actually got was the law of circumcision underneath the hands of our forefather Abraham. Right? Genesis chapter 17. Alright? Read verse 12 and then you'll go back up to 8.
Alright, jump into verse 12. It says, How much then is a man better than a sheep? Wherefore is it lawful to do well on the Sabbath? Right? Jumping up to verse 8, it says, For the Son of Man, Yahushai, even of the Sabbath day. Is Lord even of the Sabbath day.
So the Son of Man is the Lord of the Sabbath day. Right? This book of scriptures reading shambles. This is Romans chapter 3. I'll start at verse 20. I'll start at verse 19. It says, Now we know that what things soever the law saith, it said to them that who are under the law, that every mouth may be stopped, and all the world may become guilty before the Most High. Therefore, by the deeds of the law, there shall no flesh be justified in his sight. For by the law is the knowledge of sin. But now the righteousness of power without the law is manifested, being witnesses by the law and the prophets. Even the righteousness of power, which is by faith of Yahushai HaMashiach, unto all and upon all them that believe. For there is no difference. For all have sinned and come short of the glory of the Most High, being justified freely by His grace, through the redemption that is in Mashiach Yahushai. Right? So, hey, we basically, we keep the law through faith in Yahushai HaMashiach. Meaning that what? Even though hey, we might slip and fall, we believe that Yahushai, He intercessing for us, right? Because guess what? Righteousness come not by the deeds of the law, but in faith of Yahushai. Where the scriptures say, Abraham believed and it was counted unto him as righteousness, right? So we we preach this thing, but we don't try to be over righteous. We teach the law as best as we could. We'll do good on the Sabbath, but we try our best to keep the Sabbath. If we have to work on the Sabbath, we work. But if not, hey, we keep the Sabbath. Hey, a man needs to rest, right? Because the scripture also says in Romans 3:16, not Romans, 1 Corinthians 3:16, Salakia, it says any man that basically defile the temple, right, the Most High coming to destroy them. Because if you destroy the temple, because if you out there working, and you ain't taking a rest, you're destroying your body. And the Most High will not come to destroy you. So sometimes you have to take it easy. Alright? If the Most High rests, who don't get weary, who is you? You're better than the Most High. You more powerful than the Most High. Relax yourself. Take a rest. And that was Sabbath mean. Shabbat. Rest. Right? Yes.
The Isaiah 58.
Can.
It's Isaiah chapter 58 and 13. If thou turn away thy foot from the Sabbath, from doing thy pleasure on my holy day, and call the Sabbath a delight, the holy of the Lord, Yahweh Shemeshai, honorable, and shall honor him, not doing thy own way, nor finding thy own pleasure, nor speaking thy own words, then shalt thou delight thyself in the Lord Yahweh Shemeshai, and I will cause thee to ride upon the high places of the earth.
Yes, so that scripture basically telling you you're supposed to keep the Sabbath, right? And doing things like having sexual intercourse on the Sabbath, or going and seek your own business, whatever the case is actually, defiling Sabbath. So, basically, speaking your own pleasures also. So, we try to take it cool as best. You understand? As cool as best, not because sometimes a boy might say something and then check, hey, it's the Sabbath. Nobody ain't been pushing a man like, hey, if you don't keep the Sabbath, the Lord, like me. Alright? Hey, it's mercy. The Most High showed you mercy. But try your best to keep that which is right in the eyesight of the Most High. You understand?
Done. So continuing, and feed thee with the heritage of Jacob thy father, for the mouth of the Lord Yahweh Shemeshai had spoken it.
Can realize the promises, you understand? To enter into the kingdom. So long as you do all the things that are right in the eyesight of the Most High, right? The Most High will give you the heritage or the inheritance of our father Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Right? Where we multiplied at the stars of heaven. Right? And get a goodly land that flourish with milk and honey. Right? So keeping the Sabbath is one of the laws. Don't say, hey, you have to keep the Sabbath, I have to work, oh gosh, I got no. Hey, take a time up for the Most High. Right? That is all they all supposed to be together. Right?
But if I may say, man was created to honor and to serve the Most High. And by keeping the Most High Sabbath, is honoring and serving the Most High.
Back bring this real quick. Bam. This 1 Samuel chapter 15 and verse 22. And Samuel said, had the Lord Yahweh Shemeshai has great delight in burnt offerings and sacrifices, as in obeying the voice of the Lord Yahweh Shemeshai. Behold, to obey is better than sacrifice, and to hearken than the fat of rams. So I just go back to what you were saying there. Obedience is better.
With that, we hope was defined towards the fruitful elect, right? I'll say we here keeping the new moon Sabbath feast with the Yakim around, we just separated just to do a little video, we'll be edifying towards the fruitful elect. This is 2018, the year of prophecy, right? We are Hebrew Israelites, not black Hebrew Israelites, right? I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Basham, double honors to all the elders and the apostles of great mercy, and surely do you well. Salutation to the Akim that teaches within sincerity and in truth. Brothers from GMS that once again say shalom to the
Shalom.
Toma, yeah.